Welcome to this session on the adaptation of mat-based workouts or standing and mat-based workouts for those of us who like to do everything from a standing position. So, it'd be nice if you're a little bit warm before you get going with here today, so it might be good to do a workout first because we're not going to do the warm-ups because it's very much instructional. So, the first thing I'm going to do is talk about transitioning between standing and going down, because actually within a mat and standing workout, that transition is part of the challenge, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So let's imagine that we're running on the spot. So just get running on the spot there, Alex, and you can actually run. Okay, now, when we transition in a mat to standing workout, Alex is obviously now, so now come down to the mat, please, Alex, for me. So you come down to the mat.
Into a running start?
Into a running start. I'm going to keep moving. So if we just do that again, so I explain that a little better, so just jump up for me. So let's imagine we've got a 30-second exercise and we're both going. 3, 2, 1. Alex goes down to the mat, but in that period, we keep working, okay? Again, if Alex is finishing up with a running start, even though she's coming up and say she's coming straight into something else, we keep working. And I know this is a little bit of an abstract concept as we're explaining this here, but it's really important that we understand that coming from standing to the mat is a hard thing. So continue working to get that best replication. So in the transition, keep working on the exercise that you're doing until you feel that maybe that transition period is covered and you've got that extra work in. So come down to the mat now for me, please, Alex.
On my same position or my
Yeah,
back?
so we're going to go for a running start. So we're going to run through a few different exercises that you might want to adapt from mat-based to standing. So a running start. Alex is going to do a running start. Let's talk about what Alex is doing here. Well, the first thing is, really she's working her core with that knee driving up towards the chest with intensity. She's also got a little bit of pressure, but not too much because she's distributed well on her upper body. So, if we wanted to replicate that as well as we could, we need to be here, right? So, you can see I've got the same position as Alex, but I'm now here. And holding these weights out is replicating what Alex is doing pretty well. You might find that pretty challenging. In that case, without the weights, hold that position. It's the core work. And so you've got the first basis here for what we're doing. Essentially, I'm looking at what Alex is doing. You're all right, you done enough there.
I just wondered if I should just keep going.
You keep going, it's all right, don't have to stop, just keep going the whole time. So the basis is that we're looking at what Alex is doing and we're replicating it standing up. Let's choose another exercise.
Okay.
Let's go for taking your necklace off.
Yeah, because I was eating it.
Oh, were you eating?
Right.
Okay, so coming down onto your back, let's do a chest press. So, again, a chest press. Look at the position Alex's body is in. Obviously, she's got the bent legs, but doesn't matter about that because that's just holding her position, and she's here. And obviously, from a standing position, she's here, like so. Exactly the same. We can replicate it perfectly, what she's doing there, because we can undertake the same exercise. Can we look at a sit-up quickly, Alex? Is that okay?
So just
A crunch,
like
a little
this,
crunch.
A crunch up.
Yeah. Okay, so with a crunch, it's a slightly more challenging thing to hit the crunches because Alex is really working the core and she's lifting into it. So the most obvious thing is just to be here, isn't it? But maybe we don't quite get that same engagement. So in that case, we lift the knees and we really crunch down. You can see the body's moving towards the knee, same as Alex, and we've really got to focus on engaging the core and working that through. If we look at, say, something like an oblique twist now. So again, Alex is now twisted and working through the obliques. We can do that perfectly comfortably from a standing position. Standing, you've really got to think about the muscles and how they're working. Okay? Making sense? You feeling good still, Alex?
Yeah, makes sense to me.
The plank, that's something you'll sometimes see. That is something that's going to be quite difficult to replicate, but, and you're just going to be looking at my bottom now, we can hold a position against the wall. And again, we focus in and engage in the core. You can see I'm coming up on tiptoes a little bit here, and I'm changing my angle and my hand position until I can really feel that core firing up. Obviously, the further away from the wall my feet are, the more challenging it's going to be. And you'll have to play with a position that works well for you. If you can't make that truly work for you, you're always okay to do this kind of thing, because really what we're looking to do is get some core work going, okay? It's really quite simple. With anything that you do on the mat that's going to be back-based, to do just a couple of commando rows, Alex, there for me. Commando rows.
Those
Alex,
ones.
these ones here, that's it. All we're looking at there, you know the drill, we're here. So the key really here is going to be how we transition. So let's take a few of those exercises. Alex, we just stand together and do it. Let's imagine that we're going from a nice cardio exercise into a floor-based exercise.
Okay.
And I'm going to be you at home if you're doing it standing. So let's do some stars. Just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going into running starts next. And you can see I'm carrying on going, and then when Alex is going, I'm then going to be here. So I could have come down here and got the weights quickly, because that's pretty tough too. All right, so then Alex is finishing. 3, 2, 1, standing up, and I keep going until Alex is with me, and then we come back in again. So as you can see there that we're both working the same amount of time, that transition I'm pushing through. And now we're going to go into the chest press. 3, 2, 1, and I'm going to get my weights, and now Alex is in position, and you can see we were pretty well working through. 3, 2, 1, we're going to go into a plank now. So I'm going to let Alex, she's adapting, but I'm going to keep working, and then I'm going to come over to the wall here, and I'm going to hold this position like so, and then we're going to go back into the star jump. 3, 2, 1, Alex is coming up, I'm going to wait until she's here, and then we're going to go. So, any movement that you see on the floor, hopefully in the exercise we explain what it is. If it's chest, we do chest. If it's back, we do back. If it's shoulders, we do shoulders. If it's core, we do core. We work through the transitions. But the other thing I'm going to ask you to do is have 4 or 5 exercises in your toolkit that you can go to. And if you've taken part in Real Start and Real Start Plus and any of these workouts, Energize Plan, you're going to have that toolkit of exercises. You're going to have your favorites, the ones that you know push you, the ones that you know don't. And if ever at any point you feel, what should I be doing? Do one of them. Just go with it with our full support, because movement is the most important thing. And if you work a little differently a couple of times throughout the workout, it doesn't matter. The most important thing is that we're doing it together, that you're moving your body and you're moving your body well. Have you got anything you'd like to add?
No, I think we've covered it. It's good. As long as
good.
you're moving and those transitions are always consistent, it's all good.
Good luck.